Okay.
In a set. I don't want to be on the No. Go.
Yeah, tell me.
So one of the questions was, why would you get Jordan to deadlift in the program? The reason for deadlifting is Jordan is a professional soccer player. We needed a movement that focuses on performance. Now with the deadlift, I wouldn't actually get him to do a partial rapid deadlift. I would probably get him to come down to a kneeling position, stretching out, getting his hip flexors to open up. I do 2 minutes each side, working his hip hinge, and then I'm going to get him to a snatch grip deadlift, literally to mid-thigh. Why snatch grip? It's going to force him to have to engage his back, really get those shoulders back. So he's going to be doing cobras, he's going to be doing a lot of extension in the back, but he also wants to lift. So I'm going to give him a little bit of that. But I'm going to restrict the movement to help him achieve full range. But again, he has to do work prior to be able to do that. Now, what you can go do is, after the structural balance assessment, go and do those movements, so 2 minutes each side, do 50 hip hinges, and then see if it improves it. Great, you've now passed to be able to deadlift. So snatch grip, get the back on, and then start to work that hip hinging ability. The next question that we had was, well, I didn't know that. What if I was to look at Jordan and then just, I'm still in a session, I want to go, he wants to train, what do I do? Well, we know he can't deadlift full range, he can't squat full range, he has limitation in his pull or pressing ability, so he's just going to impinge his shoulders. So just to let you know, that's going to happen. Do you confirm? Yep, cool. Well, what we only have is we have bench press. So Jordan, what we need to do is we need to focus on standing for me. What are we going to do, Jordan, is basically what we've seen, we need to work some unilateral work. We're going to do some split squats into the program, and then we're going to superset it with bench press. So that's going to be our strength tester. How do you feel? Yeah, good. Great. So what I'm going to say is, like, let's go over to bench, show me how you bench press. And if he's like, hops on it the wrong way, I'm going to like, okay, you don't know how to bench. Okay, we can't bench either. But if he hops on the bench press, sets up properly, maybe his back's flat and he presses, which I think it was when we first met, I'm like, cool, I need to critique your form. I can't have you benching 60 kilos with that form. Why? Well, it's going to exacerbate your shoulders and load your back. So we're going to teach him how, the importance of the back bend. So I might get him to do 50 lying cobras before he does the bench press and see, hey, how does that feel? Oh, I can get my shoulders back more. I feel stronger. Yeah, of course. That's why you need to train with me 2 full times a week. No brainer. Tats is like 5, but okay. So Tats now has something that she's going to input, so Tats, jump in.
I was going to say, he can't...
Face the camera.
Okay, so he can't really do deadlifts, right? Well, the next regress move down is he can actually do a 45-degree back extension to really force that hinge movement, and also do a snatch grip on a barbell or on the bars as well, so you can really work those lats and really practice still. That would be a nice step down instead of going on a snatch grip deadlift on the days that he's not with you. Or you can do a snatch grip deadlift and really ramp up on the weight and then do that movement in more of, I guess, metabolic stress to high volume, yeah, to help build strength endurance. Second of all, you also stated that with QL it loves rotational work, right? So one thing for Jordan is, wouldn't you want to put in maybe some pull-off presses?
Table pressing in front.
Yeah, or he can actually do rotational QL work on the exercise. I mean, not rotation, but also complete lifts on the exercise ball as well, just to get the feet up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So right now what you've seen is there's a 45-degree back extension, 45-degree back extension with snatch grip, and then you've got snatches. So if you look at a program, every 4 weeks changing, you go back extension for the first phase as a primary lifter, then you've got the snatch grip being implemented into the back extension, as Tats is saying, and then by that third phase of programming, we're then implementing the snatch grip deadlift. So when you're talking to the client or the athlete, you literally go, look, you can't deadlift right now, but this is what we're going to do to get you there. You've planned already for the next 12 weeks? Of course I have. Why wouldn't I? Like, it's a minimum 12-week commitment because we need to get you moving better. And you've got the videos of the structural balance to show the client or the athlete that.
Also, one more thing, even if he can't...
Question number 4?
Even if he can't do pull-ups, you said supinated hangs, semi-supinated hangs would be great for Jordan. Couldn't you do subscapular pull-ups to get that motion going?
He could, but the thing is he's already in that position, so he needs to, passive hang, he needs to grab onto the bar, he needs to be able to prove to me he can do a 60-second hang beforehand. Okay. I think when we first tested this, you could do 20 seconds. He couldn't even, like, when you assess the passive hang, you should be able to hang on, and you need to be able to hold it. If you can't hold for 60 seconds, come down, go onto the knees, do cat-cows, 60 seconds to work that thoracic extension and movement, or lying rotations, getting twisting and moving to open up that back and the QL, and rotation, because it's spine and arm splits. Do like 10 reps each side or 60 seconds each side, then back to the passive hang. They need to be able to do 5 sets of that, 1 minute on, 1 minute off, or 1 minute passive hangs, 1 minute of each rotation, then another minute of passive hangs. If you can't do 5 minutes, so in total, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, you can't progress to scapular pull-up work. The way gymnastics works is you've got passive hang, scapular pulls, then you pull up to the top, you do an isometric hold, then you come back down, you're then going to do a knee tuck, so you're again working that lat to contract and stabilize in the shoulder, then you do an L-sit, then you pull yourself into supinated position, because if you've gotten tight from all those movements, the lat's tight, this forces them to open up again, which is just a little bit harder. Then you're going to pull yourself up and hold for another 60 seconds, then the knee tuck, then the L-sit whilst holding a pull-up position the entire time before you even start pull-ups. It's like 9 progressions, that's tough. Find me someone who does that. Everyone has an ego in themselves, so you've got to this is what you've got to do to get to the next step. So from a programming perspective, that should change every 3 weeks. But most people, we program for 4 weeks. So tell them if they want to get better at pull-ups, you start 1 progression at a time. To get to the next step, you need to be able to do this. If you don't, you're going to find when you get to pull-ups, your arms are just going to cave and die. Olympic gymnasts do not get points for pull-ups or muscle-ups. You want to know why? Because it's a low-grade skill. Show me someone do an iron cross. That's so much more demanding on the biceps and the shoulders. So these gymnastic movements are very demanding. So this is why they're not marked, and this is just the criteria to get there. It takes 6 months. So yeah, correct in what you're saying, but I would recommend the passive hanging. That's how I would approach it. Look, we can do scapular pull-ups. However, we need to be able to pass this first before we go to scapular pull-ups, because you're already in this position. I want you to open up and feel more confident in your body. So this engages all the muscles of the shoulder and the back. You could do it, but he might not feel those muscles as much. So we're better off just explaining to him why. The question that you could do is you could lean him back on a lat pull down, so you can start working on that scapular movement in a different position.
Would you go for a semi-supinated movement?
You could do that with a semi-supinated, or you can even get him on a bench, working the scapular rows, and then pulling the elbows back so he starts getting that movement of the shoulder. So just by changing the angle, we can still work that scapular movement, because we're taking it from here to here, so we can still get a feel for scapular movement.
Okay, we could even do a PNF dumbbell.
Single arm PNF stretch would be beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's bending on forearm one and then twisting that dumbbell. So that's going to help open the capsule of the shoulder so you can get more range. Awesome. Any more questions from the guys?